Hello folks, Jason Chrisman here, JC's Bees. As I promised last week, just a couple days ago, I went and helped my neighbor make an inspection on his hive that has not been opened or managed for 2 years. If you recall, when I mentioned doing this video last week, I also mentioned my concerns of volunteering to help with this. I really figured there would be some cross-combing. I really figured the hive would just be a total mess, to be honest with you. But I'll tell you, when I got there, I ate all of my words. I was completely wrong. Very, very impressive hive. For not being managed for 2 years, they are doing very, very well. The neighbor actually had them set up in a 3-deep setup, 3 deep boxes tall. The bottom 2 were brood with some honey in the 2nd deep. The 3rd deep completely loaded with honey. 90 plus pounds of surplus honey in that deep, as you will soon see here in this video. I tried to edit it down as much as I could, but it's still rather lengthy. And at the same time, the camera angles aren't exactly as I wish they were, but it is what it is. So if you're interested in watching, seeing how the hive came out, we actually took the hive and we split it, and now he's got 2. So Mike's very happy. Mike is my neighbor. Mike is very happy, or at least he seemed to be the other day when I left. And just going back through and editing the video, I can see where I taught him a few different things, and I'm proud that I was able to do that. So Mike, if you need any help, you know where I am, bud. Before we dive into the video though, I would like to mention some of the plants that I'm seeing in bloom right now. Sweet clover, yellow sweet clover, fully in bloom. Loaded everywhere. Canadian thistle in bloom. What's some of the other ones? Border privet in bloom. All of these plants that I've mentioned are going to be on my beekeeping checklist, which I was supposed to release 2 weeks ago, but I am just so far behind in all of my duties. I apologize for that. It will be released with this video. So if you're waiting for my beekeeping checklist, go over to Patreon and there you can check it out. If you're not sure what the beekeeping checklist is, for $5 a month, you can get access to my beekeeping checklist, and it's basically just things you should watch for throughout this month. So, kind of helpful, and that'll be over on the Patreon page. While I'm thinking of it, I would like to mention, I think there's going to be some changes coming to my Patreon page, but not necessarily in a negative manner. I'm going to take both of my YouTube channels, JC's Bees and Grazing Acres Farm, and I'm going to collaborate them together over on my Patreon. What that will do is it'll make it easier for me to keep both channels going, and my farm followers can come over and become Patreons and help keep those videos coming. So that will work out great for everybody. I know my farm channel followers have really not seen me much this year because of my weekly videos over on JC's Bees. So it's very, very time consuming to do all this stuff, and when you've got 2 of them, you just doubled your workload. So just something I thought I'd mention real quick. Now let's check out this video and see what you think of that.
Yeah, they're not supposed to be up there. Oh, well, yeah, there is.
Look here.
Is that a mate?
That's a wax moth larva, or it could be hive beetles.
Got a lot there.
See this bee right here?
Uh-huh.
That's a drone. It's a boy. You don't have any stinger.
Huh.
There's another one.
They're big.
Yeah. They got hairy butts too if you look real close. All the other ones can sting. Just once though.
say you bought your tool off at Amazon?
Yep.
Definitely been sealed for a while.
What we'll do is scrape that comb off before we put it back on. Yeah, you've got honey here now. You see all this here? If you look down between here, you can see that the honeycomb cells have got lids on them. Like over here, you can see really
right.
well. That means that honey's been dried down. It is ready. So what I like to do, now I'll let it work this way. Let me see. When I take a box off, I like to straddle it on the lid. That way I don't squish any bees hanging from below it.
Let me get on the other side.
Just lift the back of that.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like it's pretty heavy. Holy crap!
See why you don't want to carry this all over the place?
Yeah, yeah.
Shallow boxes are nice for honey.
It's heavy.
I see that.
Want me to bring that other empty box over?
No. It's nothing but honey on this side. I don't know what that side looks like. You take your fingers, right there where I got them, and hold this. That's 10 pounds of honey.
Wow.
So, yeah, that frame's that way. That one's that way. I'd say this whole top box is that way.
Go out.
No, it's just trying to. Now
So it doesn't take very much smoke off to...
No. Once you fan it down in there, you know, they got their wings going trying to get it out.
Where you going?
Right here. That's every bit of 100 pounds. Every bit.
So this is them expanding up?
Yeah, that's just extra space between here and the next frame up.
Right, so they just added onto it? And
Right. Usually the worst part is getting the first frame out of a box. Then you got room to slide the rest of them around and just set this one off to the side.
Wow. How many you think's in this this thing then?
How many bees?
Yeah.
Well, if you figure, if every frame looked like this, you can figure 2,000 bees per frame. But, you know, the honey frames aren't all covered like this.
Right, right.
They're capped, but so what we see here is pollen. See the different colors down in here? This would be honey. So this is pretty much a food frame, the whole thing. Look on this side.
So I guess we don't have a queen excluder.
No, you do not. Same with this side, but it isn't pollen, they're putting nectar in. So what you can do is take this one frame now, set it off to the side, and just lean it against the hive. Now you've got room, you can slide these over and don't have to worry about squishing anybody. Come on, all the way. Now we've got brood.
Brood.
Yes. Young bees.
Oh, that's what these brown ones are?
Yep. Once they reach the right age, which is 21 days, on the 21st day they will start chewing their way out. Well, look here.
Yeah,
That's a new bee being born.
Oh.
And the new fuzzy looking ones, which let's see if I see any of them here. Right here.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's a brand new bee. That's a brand new bee. Got tiny little eyes because the fuzz is covering them up. Right here's a new one. Oh, those could be a problem.
What's that?
Those are queen cells.
These things?
Yeah. But are they active or are they dead? That's what you don't know. As far as down in here, there is no egg. There's no larva. So that's kind of something to keep an eye open on the rest of the frame. Because if we don't see any eggs, then they're hoping these hatch so that they have a queen.
How long does the queen live?
Queen can live up to 6 years, but rather she's producing enough to keep up with what they want.
Alright, so we got 3. Is this one a queen? Is that a queen cell too?
Yeah, but that one looks like we tore when we opened it, and it was loaded.
Oh.
And that's a weird place for them to put it. They're usually at the bottom like that. So we'll see if we see any eggs. Good. Get that on there.
Is that what they call the honey?
Burcomb.
Burcomb.
Yep. Yep. This is what you would throw in a bucket or something, and then once you get enough, you can render some wax.
Yeah, beeswax. That's what I was trying
Yep.
to think of. They really don't like that smoke.
No, they don't. They avoid it. And then they go eat because they think the hive's on fire. So you don't want to overdo it.
Right, but say when I was watching you, I was like, well, did you even put enough on there?
A lot of the times when you get stung, it's stupid mistakes. You know, you're going to squeeze your hive tool and there's a bee.
Right.
Or you go to grab a box and you reach in the handle over here and there's a bee in there.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've seen me pushing them around with my finger. They don't mind being touched, just when they feel threatened.
Yeah, I guess the noise, the first time, the noise was kind of more scary than anything.
Yeah.
Because when I went to move them, I mean, they didn't like that at all, but...
Yeah, they get quite a roar going, don't they?
Yeah.
They glue these frames in so well. You don't have to have something to pry them up.
Right.
But I have a feeling they're probably doing the same with the comb on the bottom box. Nope, they're not. Don't see any burn comb down there. Okay, you're in luck.
What's that?
Wow, look at all that propolis. That's the reason it's sticking. You see the larva?
Uh-huh.
If I tilt a little bit more, you can probably see the different ages by the size.
Okay, yeah.
And see how these ones are flat?
Uh-huh.
These ones stick up like 22 shells.
Yep.
These are boys.
So they're the drones?
Yep, this is drone capping. This is worker capping. And
So what's it mean that we're in luck? All that we see?
that you see eggs, you have an
Okay.
active queen. Your queen is not dead.
Is that her? Is that it?
No, that's a drone.
Okay. Just seems big.
Yeah, that's why I say that's how it usually works. You're looking for a bigger bee.
So this one's kind of new since it's so kind of yellow and everything?
Yeah, yep. And they get darker as they get older.
Right.
Which in the summertime they only live 6 weeks. So yeah, that's good. I don't see the queen on that one though.
So what happens if they hatch another queen?
If they hatch another queen, what will happen is half of these will decide that they're going to swarm and they'll leave. So you'll probably find a swarm hanging right here on one of these trees. So what you could do is take your empty equipment, sit here on the stand. The smell of the equipment has probably been used, right?
Yeah, because he had, I know 2 of them have, because
Well,
he did have 3 original.
That smell will encourage them to move in.
What's this stuff here?
Food. That's honey. See, watch.
Oh, that's so cool.
So that's actually how you tell if your bees are starving. When you pull out a frame of brood, which you can tell this is brood, right?
Yeah.
Versus the honey.
Right.
They should always have honey on that frame.
Okay.
If they don't, then they're starving. You need to supplement with some sugar water.
So is this another like queen start there, or is that a?
No, they usually hang downward. Like, look, right there's one.
Right. I've seen that one.
And then this is how you would judge how well your queen is doing. If it's just a small brood pattern, you know, basically if it's only this big, then she's not performing up to par, she needs replaced. And sometimes the bees will pick that up on their own, and they'll suffocate her, and then they'll use one of her eggs to make a new queen.
Oh, suffocated, huh?
Yep, they just cluster around her till she can't breathe. Looks good though, she's got a nice brood pattern. So what it is, what's caused them to make swarm cells now, or queen cells, is the fact that they're out of room. There's no more room in that box.
Right.
There's no more room in this box. And that brood's going to be hatching, as you've seen some of it today.
Right.
So where are all these bees going to go?
Yeah, it was when it was hot.
You got a wonderful temperament though. I mean, they're not all on your face. They're letting us work them.
We pretty much let them do their own.
Right.
That's good. Now what do you see a frame of brood here of?
That's work, or the drones, right?
Yep, you got it.
Why she needs so many drones?
Well, she doesn't need them at all. Actually, they kind of hurt a colony. They don't bring anything to the colony. They just eat food. The only reason she would be raising them is because she knows other colonies are going to need the population of drones to get mated. See, the queen, once she comes, there's another swarm cell.
This one?
Yep, looks like we heard it. Yeah, you might be best to put some of these in another box if that's what you'd want to try. And that would keep them from swarming.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like there's a whole lot of them here.
Yeah, well, we could do that if you want to run it, or you got one there.
Right, so.
Okay.
Because I think I grabbed the bottom and a.
Yeah, that's what I stepped on. It's slippery, isn't it? Let's see, it was the second frame we seen covered with queen cells, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it was the third. This one's got eggs, so that's good.
Well, this one was the second one because
Okay.
we set the other one on the ground.
So what we'll do is we'll give them this frame too.
Okay.
That'll give them extra opportunity because they'll have eggs. So if they don't like something about the swarm cells they've got, they've still got a chance to make more. But what I want to do is make sure I don't want to transfer the queen over to that box.
So when you do that, do you go for putting them kind of in the middle?
Sort of the best you can, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was on this first one. Multiple.
Right here?
Yeah, I think it was that one. Because like you said, it was the second one.
Right. Makes sense.
Hmm?
I like the cat brood though. Yeah, there's a couple.
What'd you call them? Cut brood?
Cap.
Oh, capped.
That means that the population's going to grow, is that, you know.
Right.
So if we only had 5 frames of bees, it's still going to be boosted in the next couple as those emerge. And then this colony don't have to worry about where they're going to stick them all. Gotta kind of turn towards the sun. See anything?
Is she usually a little longer?
Yeah. Yes, she is.
So is that going to be a queen cell then?
They gave her the opportunity to lay an egg in it,
Okay.
but it's actually just called a queen cup because it's not loaded yet. It don't have an egg in it. I don't want to boost you with boys. It's going to eat all your food.
Right.
This one's got more food.
Well, at least it's not all glued together anyway.
Yeah, it's nice having the space to work too. Okay, I don't see her on this side.
How does she compare to the drone? I mean, is she going to have markings on her?
Yeah, she's going to have, her butt's going to be pretty much like a worker. It's just going to be longer and then probably darker on the end.
Okay.
Here's another queen cell, and look, if you look, they're chewing the end of it off.
So they don't want it.
No, so they're saying it's almost time. See, as the queen gets to the closer to her day of coming out, she'll release a pheromone, and the workers will start chewing out. And then the way it works, if you've got a bunch of queen cells, the first queen out will go around and kill all the rest. On this side, lovely ladies. It's gonna be fun to look through.
What's this thing right here?
That's a smashed deformed,
It's a smash what?
deformed queen cell.
Oh, okay.
It's usually not like her to hang out on frames of cat brood or food. She's going to be on a frame usually with open eggs. Not always. Break it up. Back to work.
Look at all this air in here right now. It's doing great. Air conditioning.
Eggs, larvae. Should be a good place to find her, I think. Makes it hard when you got that many drones on a frame.
There's a lot of bees.
Yes. You can see how it would be easy to overlook her.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess that's why you always leave swarm cells in both of them. You can grab this end. They've all but completely abandoned the frame.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, so they're crawling up back in. That's why they're all in that corner.
Yep, that's why. Oh, a food frame. You can tell as soon as you grab them.
What is that?
10 pounds.
Oh.
Versus just wood and wax. So she's not going to be on here. She's going to be on the bottom box. But this is good resources to give these guys.
Let's scoot one over.
Yeah, if you would, grab that. I guess what we ought to do is slide off. The bees get between the frames in order to bring them together. See how I...
Yeah, wiggle it back and forth a little.
Yeah, what I do is put pressure on them and then they pull out. The less you kill, the less angry they get.
Yeah. Can the queen fly?
Yes. Usually when she's laying, she's too big to fly. But since I see swarm cells, I'm going to assume they probably already put her on her diet so she can fly. Because they feed her.
Yeah.
So once swarm cells are present, she has to go on a diet so she's able to fly. Otherwise, she just kind of does a jump and hover, and then she slowly goes down. So the new queens, once they emerge, within the first 3 weeks, they take mating flights, and they mate with 15 to 25 drones. Then they would come back, and they don't leave again to mate.
Right. Okay.
So that's the importance of the drones. Although she won't mate with drones with her own genes. So your drones are just for your neighbors to get his queens mated.
Right, right. So they're for you.
So let's see, we'll stick another frame in here. You have more frames?
I think so. I think there's
Because we're going to have to fill up every space we took
Right.
a frame from.
right.
Did you bring more down, or are they at the?
I think they're up under the house. These are. How many do we need? They look like this.
Yeah.
Let's see. Stick this one here. Let me get a count for you.
Well, you can just count the ones that got bees on them.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We need,
6. It's 6.
6 of those.
and we got. Do you count these ones that we have?
Oh no, I didn't.
Okay, so we got 3. We got 3, so we need 3 more.
This one's connector too, they might as well have it.
Can I see them? Are they underneath of
They're-
anything, or are they just?
They might be inside of another white box like this. Yours looks like it breathes a lot more.
Yeah, I got it for that reason.
I mean, it's not too bad today because it's cooler.
Yeah. It could be a nightmare though, and you've got to go through each frame. And you're in it longer than you really want to be, you know.
Right,
what I mean?
right.
So we can start. What I like to do is called checkerboarding. So basically you stick in a new frame,
Uh-huh.
put this one against it. New frame. Of course we're not going to be able to do that all the way across.
Right, right.
Now all of a sudden the queen's going to have a place to lie. Once we get this fixed and drawn out. Ooh, what to do with that?
I got a pair of wire cutters. You want to cut it off?
Yeah. That'd be perfect.
Yeah, imagine out there checking on your bees. You'd be out there for a while.
Yeah. Yep, I try and break it up, just do a couple hours a day, but it's pretty much every day. By doing it that way. You don't have to go through every frame down here, but I'd like to see what's going on. Big difference.
Find the queen, maybe.
Yeah. Tell what side the honey's on. You see, when you stack them corner to corner, it gives everybody a chance to not
Get squished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pick one.
Onion?
Yeah.
I see it.
We must be getting close. Your Highness isn't happy.
Oh, they got the whole side of the wall line too.
Look out.
Yeah, there wasn't this much activity in the upper one.
We could actually give that bottom box there
Uh-huh.
to this split. Make them both 2 boxes.
Right.
Pollen frame. See all the different colors of pollen?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's just loaded with pollen. A little bit drone brood. More pollen and drone brood. See how much bigger the holes are down here?
Yeah, yeah.
That's one thing nice about drone brood when they have it when there's a lot of nectar coming in and they store nectar in it. Because this big cell's full of a lot of honey.
You can leave me be.
Now this one. Like another pollen frame.
What is the little, is that pollen on the side of them then?
Yes. Yep.
So he's going to drop it off somewhere.
She is, yeah.
She.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Drones
Yeah, we're worthless in this
Yeah,
colony,
yeah.
buddy.
Is that the thing?
Nope, drone.
I just seen the little stripes. They look like stripes anyway.
Right. Yeah, as packed as it is, it might be hard to spot her. That's good though. It keeps them healthy. Drop my hand before I squeeze it. Oh my goodness, that glue is just crazy.
That,
I believe.
she looked pretty, that one looked pretty long. He's going to duck back down.
That's normally their habit when you hold the frame up, they go to the other side.
That's a lot of peanuts.
It is, it's just layers of them on there. There she is.
Alright. So that was her I seen. I seen her come up over.
Your daughter?
Sure.
I have another bee inside of here.
No, he's on the side here.
No, there is.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
one inside. Yep.
Yep.
Here, give me this and you hold the thing so you can get them out.
Yeah, let me just put her back. It doesn't seem to want to hurt me. Here, this one's out.
He flew out. Oh, no it didn't. It's still caught. There he goes.
Well, I must have a hole somewhere. Okay, so let me smooth these real quick. I'll push these frames back together. Everything looks good.
Where do you want to put her at?
We're just gonna let her go as soon as we get all these pushed back together.
Okay.
And the reason I want to do that is because, you know, whenever you push frames back together, you risk her being.
Right.
So
Yeah.
right now we have an advantage. She's getting in that cup. I won. I made you move.
Except for the one that squished.
Yeah, he ain't gonna move. Or she ain't.
So it didn't look like we had any bad things other than the right there at the top.
Right. Yeah, I don't see any mite problems or anything. They seem to be doing a pretty good job on their own. One thing that you would see is mites create something called deformed wing virus. All these bees have nice wings. Colony pretty much falls on its face after they get that because you can't fly, you're pretty much a useless bee.
Right. Where's she at?
You already went down in.
Oh.
Right there. Off the edge. See, which one do I want to give this one? And what's with that one over there?
So you put a queen divider.
I would put it right here
Okay.
in place of this, and then put another
Small, shallow box?
shallower box. I mean, you can use them,
Yeah.
but you see how much fun they're going to be to carry around.
Right, right.
I feel like I got an old bee. So then you would need another inner cover for your other box, though.
Okay.
Which will stack that one on top of it. Must have been sweat or something. I'm getting paranoid now.
So could I put 4 boxes here?
Yep, sure could.
They don't really need too much space between them?
Nope. Have them right against each other. Matter of fact, in the wintertime, I suggest you slide them together. They'll help keep each other warm. But what you would want to do, I guess, if you had more, and the only reason I didn't do it with that one, and we still could, flip it around and face it the other direction. Because what will happen is sometimes bees, when they come in, will get confused and they'll go in the wrong one.
Okay. Yeah.
So actually, if we took this one and put where this one is and switch these two around, all the bees coming back today are going to go in this one,
Right, right.
which would boost that colony.
I see.
I'm going to set this one on top of here.
Yep. A heavy one.
Stuck.
It's extremely heavy, isn't it? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Whoops. Just pushed in.
Yeah, you'll have that.
So you recommend we flip that one around then?
We can.
Okay. Oh, that's right. So, do I still have a door? No, I pulled that door off. That's right.
Yeah, that'd be good. Now, I think I would get something and reduce this opening.
Right.
So it isn't all the way open. Maybe,
Yeah, since they're small.
yeah, take it down to something like that.
Okay.
That way they're able to defend it a little better. And an inner cover, which, yeah.
Yeah, I think
move that one up.
I think I have one.
So what we could do temporarily is just lay that lid on here upside down.
Okay.
You want this lid over
Or
here?
do you want to?
No, I'll go up and look.
Okay.
So, I won't be long.
What's it look like? Has it got the screen on it?
Just one of these.
It's just a flat piece with a hole in the center.
Oh, like this right
Oh,
here?
you brought one.
Ah,
Good
I
deal.
have one.
Good deal. Yep.
Like that one.
It all.
Set it on top.
Yep.
No way.
Just like so. I'll put this outer cover on.
So you want this too then?
Yep, need that too. Thank you.
And I imagine this one here you might put a brick or something on. This one felt a little heavier. It is quite a bit heavier.
Okay.
I don't know how much wind you get down in here though.
Well, that's why I chose down here. It's a lot
Probably.
calmer.
Okay. You might be
But-
alright then. So did you see that plane? That's ODNR. They told me a couple weeks ago that they would be in my area spraying for gypsum moths. Don't know exactly, I can't exactly word it the way they did, but basically they're not spraying a chemical, they're spraying some kind of pheromone. And this pheromone is supposed to mimic the male gypsum moth. So when the female goes to look, when she smells this male, she goes to this location and there's nothing there. So they're not able to breed. So it's supposed to really knock back the population on the gypsum moth. My concern was my bees. You know, I got all of these bees right here in my yard. So I reached out to ODNR, Ohio Department of Natural Resources, and they told me this is a completely organic treatment. It will not harm your bees. It will not harm grass-fed cattle. Here they go again. So it's non-stop all day today. This morning I had some customers here to pick up some nukes. Nathan Barker. And they got to see firsthand what we're dealing with today. So the spraying is nothing I can control, but I tell you, if I could, it would not be happening. Right directly over the bee yard. Right where they said it will not interfere with your bees. Look at this. Bees are flying hard. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, throw me a big thumbs up. That'll help boost it in the YouTube search ranks and make it easier for other beekeepers to find. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so, and make sure you click on that little bell so you get notified when I release new videos. Thanks for watching JC's Bees.